What's going on, guys? Valken here with another episode of Card a Day. This is episode number 3 in the series, and we go back to the number 2 in the discussion thread. And the card for today is the Royal Sage. Okay, so the Royal Sage. Before we talk about the competitive viability of the card, let's talk about the artwork. So if you're like me, like I've mentioned before, I really enjoy the artwork of this game. Some people say it's not as cool or as sharp as other games or as fun, but if you really enjoy the Elder Scrolls series, you'll understand that the artwork is actually really beautiful. I mean, they designed Skyrim, one of the most beautiful games out there today. So, as you can tell, she obviously looks very royal with all of her gold on, and looks like she's in some type of hall with several candles lit, probably performing some type of ritual. Interesting. But yeah, I really enjoy it. They have really put a lot of detail into the individual characteristics of the card. If you look on her shirt, you can actually see the very, very thin design lines that the designers intended to put in the card, along with her hair moving about almost like Medusa with snakes. So let's get to the actual aspects of the card for the actual in-game qualities, besides something nice to look at. First up, obviously, the name is Royal Sage. It's a rare card. It's a creature. It falls under the intelligence attribute. It's a high elf, which you can tell, kind of. Well, you can't really see your ears in this, but it's a 4-drop. It has 4 attack, 4 health, and the text reads, Summon. If you have more health than your opponent, give all friendly creatures a random keyword. Now, to me, that's actually pretty neat, because in a deck like, say, you have a lot of low-cost drops, or even anything, really, if you have something on the field, you throw this card out there, and they get charge, breakthrough, guard, lethal, etc. It can be a really good card. I mean, you get a lot for a 4-drop, even though it's already a 4/4. Because when I see a 4-drop, it's got to be at least 4 defense to me, or 4 attack, and some type of good text. An ability that actually makes a difference in the gameplay. And a fun fact, according to the website, is it's currently only played in 13% of intelligence decks. So that's 200 out of 1600. That's relatively low as to what I thought, but then again, I've only seen it a couple times in play. You may have a bit more experience with it as far as seeing it out and about in the casual and maybe even arena mode. It might see a lot of play in arena mode. I could see that becoming a big deal. Not really a big deal, but getting played more frequently in intelligence types decks, especially as like such decks as ward decks and item sorcerers and action mages all become more popular, since the game has technically only been out for a week at this point. But this actual discussion goes way back several months, because Geoquake, the guy who makes these, has been doing these for months now, which is awesome. So thank you to Geoquake. So let's see what the community has to say about this card. Okay, first up with the top comment. John says, holy shit, you people are underestimating this card. This is the only if you have more health card that doesn't have shit stats for the price. So keep in mind, this was several months ago. There are many new cards that actually do amazing things. He also says, if you're behind, this is by far the best of those cards. And if you're ahead, even without a board, you get a 4/4 with a random keyword. He also says, I've had this chick get charge or guard to win games by itself without any prior board advantage. He also does note that the only part that sucks is the breakthrough and regeneration exist. Drain to a lesser extent as well. Okay, so from the resident streamer, Charmer, talking to you, buddy. He says, that being said, I think there is still hope for this card. I've been thinking more and more about trying out a mage token deck similar to Spellsword. So keep in mind, guys, the meta was a little different several months ago, but overall, it seems that people are about 50-50 with the card. They think it's not as good as other cards that trigger based on health. They think it's a waste of a 4-drop, but then some people enjoy it because it's a... And then others think it's a balanced 4-4, or a card for 4 mana. Magicka, for new people. Okay, so now time for me to rate the card from a 1 to 5 stars. That's based on my opinion of the card and the community's. Just kind of a snapshot of the community's opinion. So, by myself, I would give the card probably a 3. And we're not talking based on competitive viability, we're talking about art and competitive viability. I really enjoy the colors, the finesse of the card, the elegance that the high elf displays, and that the creators actually put so much detail into this card is amazing. And this is just one of many cards, mind you. So I would probably give it a 3. But after reading over the comments from the community on Reddit, I would say they probably gave it a 2.5, a 2. And that leads me to believe I'm going to have to knock this down to a 2, unfortunately. As much as I would like to keep it at the 3 range, it's going to be a 2. Yeah. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and tell me what you thought. Or if there's a specific card you would like me to talk about. Alright guys, see you soon.